Hi, and welcome to another installment of Math Basics, Mr. Besh. Today, another one and done. We're going to talk about rational number, combining terms, and this is an example when you're combining two fractions and they're both negative. So the first step is exactly like when any other time you add or subtract fractions, you got to get a common denominator. You see my two fractions, I got negative 1/4 and negative 5/6. A common denominator for 4 and 6 is going to be 12. Okay, so now what we need to do is get that common denominator. So the two bottom numbers that we had, the denominators were 4 and 6. The least common multiple is 12. So whatever we multiplied the denominators by 4 and 6 to make 12, we have to multiply the top. So 4 times 3 makes 12, so 1 times 3 makes 3. And vice versa, 6 times 2 makes 12, and then obviously 5 times 2 is going to make 10. So now we're looking at both of our fractions, our denominators are the same, and because the denominators are the same, we now can combine terms. So we got to follow our rules for integers. And they're simply put. You look at the top numbers of your fractions, both numerators, -3 and -10. If your numerators have exactly the same sign, you simply add them together. That's the rule. So now, -3 and -10 make -13 over 12. Note again, the denominator never changes until possibly at the very end if you're reducing your fractions down to the lowest terms. Now we have an improper fraction here. We got to make our improper fraction a mixed number. And remember how to do this. You take the bottom, you ask yourself, how many times does 12 go into 13? It goes in there one time, and then the remainder, whatever's left over, goes on the top, and the bottom of the fractions are the same. So this is how you combine together two fractions that have the same sign. I hope you found this video both helpful and informative.